Captain America, he might have an edge over Spider-Man when it comes to every single facet that Captain America is putting. What is wrong with wanting the America to be better? Like, to be better as a whole. When it comes to villains, Captain America has villains, but literally only the Red Skull has only been his biggest adversary. Everything else, it's outward.
That's Lobo's children.
Really?
Lobo, any gun you can think of, he knows it back and front. That's a superpower.
The morals and the values are still the same. I can learn whatever you want to teach me. I can learn whatever that is, but the morals and the values are still the same. And it is, I could do this all day. What was the first Red Hood?
The clown.
The nigga that beat his ass. So
Yeah,
you mean to tell me I'm going to get my ass whooped and then rename myself by the nigga that whooped?
I'm going to do it better. I'm going to do it better.
Get out my face. Tap all day.
Because at the end of the day, Red Hood was just telling jokes.
This man, Eric, this man, Magneto, this man has not only, he can crush you with the iron in your body, he can also pull it out of your body.
Absolutely.
While your body is still intact. What's good, y'all? Welcome to America's favorite underrated debate show. Call it how I see it. I'm your host, Shotime SP, the fly on the wall in the middle of it all.
And I'm also your host, T-Reid the King, ruler of everything, but we can talk about anything. Speaking about talking about anything, you need to Superman punch that like button and subscribe to Call It How I See It show on YouTube. Also, we can find us wherever you enjoy your favorite podcast.
T-Reid, how you doing, my brother?
Man, any better, I'll be like you.
Listen, man, I can't complain myself. You don't want to be like me. I would only strive for you to be better. But you know what would be better?
Talk to me.
We get a good conversation going on today, man. I've been enjoying these back and forths with you, my brother. And I feel as though that we need to keep pushing it forward. You know, I'm pretty sure we've already talked about music. I think now we need to delve into the black nerdiness that we have. You know what I mean?
Is that right?
We don't exist as much. It's a lot more prevalent nowadays.
Of course.
Let's talk about the black nerds that we have.
It's more
in order for us to solidify ourselves as black nerds, you got 5 spots. It's a 5-on-5 basketball game. You got 5 spots. Your side is going to be on the DC side.
Okay.
My side is going to be on the Marvel side. Of course, it's the normal war, right?
Fair enough.
I need you to give me at least 3 heroes or villains and 2 heroes or villains. However you want to do it. You know, if you want to split them up, make all bad or make them all good. But I need a solid 5, like not a top 5, but a strong starting 5 for your favorite DC characters. And I'm gonna give you my starting 5 for my Marvel character.
So how you want to do to make it fair? You want to do my one, your one?
You know what? You can do that. We can do it like that. I mean, if you want to, it's however you want to go about it. If you got a strong 5, if your 5 that strong, well, go ahead, go and do it Chicago Bulls style. And just give me that starting 5. But go ahead, what you want to do?
Hey, listen, man, let's do a one-off. I do one, you do one, and then we'll see. We'll let the comments subscribe, even though they're gonna, they're gonna go with the ruler's thoughts.
They don't really be mad at them because at the end of the day,
that's true. I call it how I see it.
You got that right. But anyway, we're going to get into that. Go ahead. You go ahead first.
All right, man. Listen, my first guy, he's an anti-villain. He's an anti-hero. A lot of people don't like him, but he's a mastermind. He has a lot of skills. He has a lot of hand-to-hand combat. He also is good in weaponry. I'm not talking about the Punisher. I'm talking about my man Lobo.
Ooh.
You know who Lobo is, right?
Okay,
yes, sir.
Going for left
you know who Lobo is, right?
The Greek god that they actually ended up making if I'm not mistaken, wasn't that part of the a mythology?
He's a space bounty hunter.
Oh God.
Yeah, he's a space bounty hunter.
Ares and them.
No. Yeah, not only that, he has had long, extensive battles with the one and only Superman. Some would say that Superman was biggest bout and longest battle was Lobo. The fact that he can match him up with strength, the fact that he's bulletproof, the fact that his healing factor is real fast. We ain't talking about Wolverine. We're talking about Lobo.
Yeah.
And the good fun fact about it is his favorite things to deal with and play with is space dolphins. Space dolphins.
I'm sorry, what?
Space dolphins.
Those 2 words can't go together.
No, they can't, but that's his favorite thing.
Never seen an aquatic animal in space. Man. Okay, whatever. Keep your man Lobo. All right.
Yeah, Lobo's nasty.
Any other
Lobo's
fun
nasty.
attributes? You got any strengths and weaknesses?
Well, I told you his strength is hand-to-hand combat.
Got you.
His weaponry. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You think that Deadpool is bad. Yeah. You think that Spawn is bad. That's Lobo's children.
Really?
Lobo, any gun you can think of, he knows it back and front. That's a superpower.
Ain't that the boy with the cigar too?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yeah. What game was that? Was he on Mortal Kombat or was he on? Was that Marvel vs. Capcom?
That was actually no. He's a DC, so that was.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. My bad.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Hold on. Mm-hmm. Am I thinking Mortal Kombat? I might be thinking.
You thinking Kano? Is that what you're thinking?
No, I'm thinking of Lobo, but I might be thinking of Injustice. He might have been on Injustice.
Yeah, because that's a DC game, so it probably most likely was an Injustice. Yeah. Matter of fact, he was a hidden character. He's so good.
Yeah, they had to hide.
You had to hide him, and you had to find him.
Okay, so you're gonna go with the anti-hero, the anti-villain route.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
So what I think of it is, I think of you give me your character, and then I'm gonna respond with a character who I believe would be man to man, or woman to woman. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Depending on how you want to throw it.
Yeah.
But I feel as though
I got a men's locker room.
If you wanna go with anti-heroes and you want to go with that feeling of somebody who's necessarily a badass, then I guess I'm gonna have to pull my card right off the gate. All right?
Please.
I'm gonna have to go with Thanos.
Thanos. Oh, okay.
King Thane, as they shoot. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because I don't want to deal with too much of your shit. See, Lobo, if he got kids that is bulletproof and he got everybody that's around him that can pretty much, he can conjure up anybody around him.
Man.
Let's go with Thanos.
Please.
How about I get rid of you with the snap of a finger?
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
How about the only fact that my passion for this killing and my passion for taking over this world domination and this universal domination is only for Lady Death? Oh, my bad. That was the comic book.
Yeah, that was the comic book.
That was the comic. Well, let's go to the movies then.
Let's go to the
movies. We went to the MCU universe. When they talk, if you ask anybody who's in the MCU universe or if a fan of it, they will tell you who's the biggest and the baddest bad guy or who's the main villain.
Yeah, they would
ain't
say
gonna
Thanos.
tell you Ultron.
No.
Even though Ultron was cool.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna tell you Loki because he's good now. I don't know if you watched the Loki season 2.
I do.
But when it comes to Thanos, it's the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
The Infinity Gauntlet was the fact that he had to travel and find and search all through the world to find each and every one of these stones so that he could put it into this one gauntlet so that he can get rid of all of the existence.
That gauntlet was made specifically for him.
It was
specifically for him.
Yes, it was. It was. If I'm not mistaken, the gauntlet was crafted specifically
for him.
And it can only fit his size.
Fit his hand.
Now, the Mad Titan himself was already a person. I love how in the comics they made him as the heavy metal fist, the Iron Fist.
Yeah,
he was ruthless. He would kill and everything. And then MCU, the movie world, they said, well, let's give him a little bit of love. Let's give him a little bit of light.
Absolutely.
Why are you doing this? And the reason why he was doing it is because he saw it happen to his world.
Absolutely.
So because he had let it happen to his world, maybe that has to happen in other worlds too, in order for us to absolutely thrive. So I can see that you're anti-hero and you're anti-villain. I would put Thanos in my book for being the anti-hero because I kind of fell for him, even though he was wilding. Who you got up?
Well, before we go any further, let's talk about Thanos just a little bit. Isn't this like his third or fourth time trying to capture the gauntlet?
Well, yeah, I mean, he's lost
in the power stones and the light stones and everything of that nature. What was his reasoning of going back and forth and going through other times to capture something that he should have did just one time? If he was so powerful.
I mean, well,
just asking.
Well, that's a very good question.
Just asking.
The answer to that question is sometimes you get bored. Maybe you ever played a game and you beat the game the first time, but that was on medium. Now you want to go back on a little bit more difficult, a little bit more. That's every time. Like I think if I'm not mistaken, one of the times it was his choice. It was Thanos' choice himself to destroy the gauntlet and spread the stones all amongst the world, just so he could do it again. So I understand, the first time he doing it, and he won and he got bored with it. But I believe that Jay-Z said it best. You did it, you get it, I had it, got mad at it, and ain't want it no more. That is Thanos for you right there. Yeah.
That's cute, but that's not what happened. That's not what happened.
Well, what did happen?
What happened was he got arrogant. He was so up Lady Death's dress.
He did want Lady Death.
Yeah, but she didn't want him.
She
didn't want him.
Who want?
I mean, he was so such a tyrant and such a foul human. Excuse me, he wasn't human. He was such a foul tyrant,
he was a tyrant
that he had his daughter walk around like a corpse to impress Lady Death.
He did.
You just a jock.
Yeah, that.
And in the midst of his arrogance and in the midst of him looking the other way, he got short staffed.
Yeah.
He got hit. That was that was from Cyclops. That was that vision.
That's
why he had to put
true.
that
He did.
box around his head
Yep,
so he can suffocate him so he can't get no more beams from him.
That's cool. I don't like all the slander that you're talking. You know what?
Sam,
Lobo gonna get cancer with all them cigars that he's smoking. How about that? I don't like the fact that Lobo.
He can't. He can't. Not only
I don't care
that.
how bulletproof you are.
Well, listen,
okay?
not only
Can you dodge this bomb?
Let's talk about how boredom works. Lobos at the age of 17 killed everybody on his planet because he was bored.
That's terrible. Why are y'all letting him around?
Listen.
If there's 8 million people in the world,
Uh-huh.
and you know Lobo out here killing 7 million of them, as the 7 millionth and 1st person,
At 17, Lobos is grown.
get the hell off of that planet. Is all I'm saying.
Lobos is a man right now.
I let it happen.
Lobos is a man right now.
We talking about, all right. So hand to hand combat, hand to hand combat,
Well.
hand to hand combat, or we gonna talk about Thanos.
We talking about that. Yeah. We talking about Thanos. We talking about
The
Lobos.
same one who put the mitts on Hulk, right? Hulk ain't been the same since Thanos put the paws on.
Well, when Thanos put the paws on him, he had the Power Stone.
It don't matter.
It does matter because
He wanted to make sure he had it all.
the Hulk didn't have a Power Stone at all.
He had nothing. And
Exactly.
He got washed. So
Because Thanos had the Power Stone.
you need to know your opponent and then attack. You mean to tell me? You mean to tell me
Power
Lobo
Stone-
gonna catch that win on the first one?
Oh yeah, absolutely,
Ow.
absolutely.
In the comment section, who you want?
Please,
There you go.
please.
There's your matchup right there.
Please.
We got Thanos versus Lobo right then and there in the comments. Who
That's
you think
gonna
would
be
win?
bad.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
gonna be bad.
We ain't gonna do the normal.
Slow
one where
singing
it's like,
about-
we're gonna pick this person with the same power. This person.
No.
Nah,
We gonna
let's
mix.
switch it up.
Yeah.
Who you got
Yeah.
next up? Who's,
All right.
who's
So
gonna
next,
be your power forward or your two guard?
I got something different for you. I got something analytical. I got something spacious. You know, I got Dr. Fate.
Ooh,
Dr. Fate. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, Dr. Fate is an archaeologist. The original Dr. Fate, his name was Kent Nelson. Kent Nelson is an archaeologist. He stumbled in Egypt and he stumbled across a helmet by Nobu. Nobu was the god of Egypt.
I've been to Nobu's before. They got some
Yeah.
good food. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That, yeah,
He was
that-
there too.
That
He
was
had
the one
he had that
my
steak.
bad.
He bumped into Nobu and he blessed him with that gear that he got, that nice drip, that spandex blue, that golden cape,
Man, it was
and that
like
helmet of Nobu,
It
that
was.
helmet of knowledge. Oh my! And listen, before he even got to that helmet, he was good hand to hand on himself. Besides Batman, besides Arrow, besides Green Arrow, Kent Nelson is nasty with the hands. Nasty with the hands. When he put that helmet on, not only is he good with the hands, he has mythological powers. He can levitate, which means fly.
Right.
His magic is
I didn't know that.
I'm out here saving
Go
souls.
ahead.
We doing the Lord's work. Listen, he was out there, channeling all type of mythological magic from Egypt with a single wave of a hand.
All right. So you got Dr. Fate.
Dr. Fate.
Dr. Fate is also one of those guys where he kind of needs that book to do the conjuring, right? Is he not throwing up random gang signs and
Well, no, that book needs to happen when he sees somebody like Thanos.
so what happened?
He needs the
so
book
he's
when
fine
he's
without the book.
He's definitely fine.
Last
without
time
the
I
book.
checked, he had that book around him
Of course.
when he needed it. So
Well,
if someone were to snatch that book from him, he can still fight?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Not only can he fight, he can like, as you say, throw out them gang signs, and then the lady vision of the eye comes at you in all golden form,
Gotcha.
dismantling you, and he has telekinesis, so he knows what happened before it happens.
Okay.
Talk to me.
All right. So if you're gonna choose Dr. Fate,
I'm going to choose Dr.
then
Fate.
I will choose on my Marvel side, which is also my personal favorite. It's always gonna have my personal, my nostalgic feel to it.
Talk to me.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you saw Deadpool versus Wolverine, but what I'm gonna say is, woo! I'm gonna make a name for myself up in here.
Okay.
You know how long I've been waiting for this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Gambit. Okay,
That's a good choice.
Mr. Remy LeBeau.
That's a good choice.
In the light of what does Remy LeBeau do? What does the Gambit do? He basically takes
like he
things-
did that, the
He put
Gambit.
things in his hands and he make them go boom.
Yeah.
I take things and I make them go boom.
Absolutely.
But what is not explained is whatever is in his hands, he has the power to make it explode.
Absolutely.
It can actually turn into something that will tear apart maybe even a whole universe.
Yeah.
What if Gambit got his hands on let's say Dr. Fate's book? Do you think that just the book itself would explode, or would it be the realm or everything that's in that book that will be able to control all of it? I mean, for God's sakes, if Gambit touches that helmet, your head gonna explode inside of the helmet. Dr. Fate ain't here. You can fly all you want to. That's fine. I got this staff here. The staff is gonna jump up, and I'm gonna have to go to where I needed to go. But once I get there, oh, you best beware of yourself. Another thing that Remy LeBeau is very good at, as far as the passion that I have for this comic book world, it's the passion that he also has in his heart. He's also known as the lover boy too. He's also known as the hopeless romantic. I mean, for God's sakes, the man want a woman he can't even touch. So that type of love for somebody in that type of realm, that has to encompass something. That has to overcome something. So for some would say that it's fate that brings him to win these next battles. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, shout out to X-Men 97.
Absolutely.
You know, as you can see, I have the apparel on.
Yeah.
And I do love Gambit. But also with Gambit showing that light in that cartoon too, all you got to do is say, Gambit's the name. Remember it.
Yeah, it went
Still
down.
Still sends chills down the spine.
We waiting on that next season.
We
waiting on next season.
And he better be there. Y'all better find a way for him to, if he come back as a sentinel or something. I need Remy LeBeau to come back. But I do have Gambit as another one of my strong points.
Absolutely.
Another thing that I wanted to point out too was I did mention the staff. I mentioned the fact that he makes everything in his hands go boom. But one of his weaknesses is the value of love. I feel as though if you put a bad bitch in front of him, he probably gonna fold.
Yeah,
you know
man.
I feel like if you
Pepe Le Pew's gonna die.
You know what I'm saying?
Pepe Le Pew's gonna
you know what I mean?
die.
Like, so I feel like if Dr. Fate had any angle on him, he would have to have somebody of the opposite sex that is willing to coerce Gambit into dropping his staff. But once Gambit finds out that he getting played, everything is getting blown up around him.
Yeah.
That's just how I'm feeling about it. And, you know, not to mention he was one of the coolest dudes.
He was one of the coolest dudes, but you did say something that I highly disagree with. You said that if Gambit touches the book, that book can disintegrate.
It can.
The only person that can touch that book is Dr. Fate because he has Nobu with him. Nobu is channeling that whole situation,
all he gotta do is
especially
go to the
when
restaurant.
especially when he has that helmet on, and he can foresee who can touch that book. And it's just like Thanos' hammer.
You mean Thor's hammer?
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah. Thor's hammer.
Yeah,
because Thanos.
You talking about Thanos with the goat? I was about to say where we going with? Like what you go? Yeah, Thor's hammer.
Milnar.
Can y'all put the word or what it is? Anyway, go ahead.
Milnar. The fact of the matter is that can't nobody use that or utilize that but Kent Nelson. So if Gambit tries to touch it, he disintegrates
immediately.
So
what if he took the stick and poked the stick?
Then Gambit himself will go boom.
Okay.
So just wanted to point that out there. So I'm glad that you did a cannonball in my zest pool.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. I was the lifeguard that was watching you drown.
Well, I tell you what. How about this? All right.
Well,
all right. So Gambit may have a couple of flaws, but the next person that I'm choosing,
talk to me,
who's going to be on my list, because I know I'm going back to back. Because you're going to give me who you going to guard. Today's episode is brought to you by Haulers Haven, revolutionizing the truck driver's experience at every stop. Make sure you follow the website at haulershaven.com and follow on all social media platforms, and make sure you use that hashtag Safe Stops Ahead. I'm gonna have to go with Black Panther himself, King T'Challa. Go with T'Challa himself, because if he can't get the job done,
you ain't lying.
In the comics, his wife.
You talking about comic wife, right?
You ain't
talking
about comic wife. Yeah,
I got you.
You see what I'm saying? Like the breadwinner be the breadwinner, but what happens if the breadwinner don't come home? You got to deal with the wife.
You got to deal with the weather.
Let's say it will be what kind of weather? A storm's going to brew. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I'm using Black Panther, because it also has it. He sits at that throne very strongly, and he sits there very strongly and wisely. But he has somebody right there with him that's going to rule with him. But I use that as an entity because King T'Challa has always had that. He's had it instilled in his family, family legacy, family. It's passed down to you, but it's not just passed down to you. It's also a rightful passage that is earned. You get what I'm saying? You can't just get that leaf. You can't just get. You can't drink from the tree to become the power of the Black Panther. You have to be worthy enough. You have to put in enough pain as a warrior and in the field And when it comes to T'Challa, the son of T'Chaka, he was in them fields and well enough deserving of that mantle.
Absolutely.
And when they killed his daddy, it wasn't like it was rightfully so. Oh no, go ahead, get it. No, it's more like, oh, y'all done messed up now. Y'all done really messed up.
It's on.
You do know that's his daddy. He was a tyrant. He did his thing. But his son,
it's my turn.
Wait.
Yeah,
have you heard? You heard his baby mama? You know his baby mama?
Aurora. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I heard she shake up shit. I heard she shake up
all
stuff
day long.
Around there, you know what I'm
All
saying?
day long.
So I gotta go with Black Panther. And of course, on a personal note too, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman.
Absolutely.
Who was hands down the best adaptation of the Black Panther.
Yeah.
But when I tell you, when I saw him in Civil War, something as simple as him jumping that damn gate and that fence, and he jumped down and he just looked at him. I said, ooh.
Yeah.
And one more thing, when I say, I don't know whether it's Chadwick Boseman, whether he ad-libbed it or he wrote that line, but he said, in my country, I'm known now as a king as well as a warrior. If I get my hands on your friend, what do you think I'm going to do? Got the goosies.
Yeah.
Got the goosies, man. That's who I got on my pick.
That was good.
Who you got on there, man?
That was good. I got the Dark Knight. I got Bruce Wayne. Yeah, I got the.
That's
Playboy.
a good battle.
I got the Playboy.
That's a good battle.
It is. I got
money versus money.
I got the Playboy billionaire, and guess what? Batman didn't need no flower to become who he is.
He got money though.
He got money. He got money. And the fact of the matter is that my question to you is, will Black Panther be who he is without that flower? And if he could, how can he?
Well, Black Panther is no matter what a king. And he's a warrior. So if he does not have the flower that gives him his powers, that means he doesn't have his super strength. But he does have his cunning ability. He also does have the vibranium or the adamantium, depending on how it.
Sure.
So he also has the amount of as your homeboy Bruce Wayne has. He has a large amount of resources.
Yeah.
So even if Batman, who does not have any powers, he only uses his mind and his intellect.
Absolutely.
That means you have to take one thing away from Black Panther, and he's still gonna be same equal value of the Dark Knight. But go ahead, keep cooking.
Yeah, we'll see that. We'll see that.
Go ahead.
And the fact of the matter is that Bruce Wayne, in other comics, has been trained by the League of Shadows. Who ran the League of Shadows was. What's the guy's name? The guy with the zest.
Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul. Thank you. The guy.
Oh, I'm blurting with you. Listen, I'm just as well as a black nerd as you, sir. So go ahead.
Hey,
keep
listen,
cooking.
man. Listen. The fact that Ra's al Ghul can jump in that pool when he gets a wrinkle.
Yeah.
He can get old one
But
time.
but Ra's al Ghul was also on that tyrant time too.
Of course,
know what I mean?
which makes him an anti-villain. I don't think that makes him a full villain because he gave Batman his blessing to deal with his daughter.
Yeah.
Which came Damian Wayne.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah. We're gonna have that conversation too.
We sure are. We sure are.
I'm saying,
Because we tying everything together.
Oh, yeah,
and the fact of the matter is that Batman, before he became a detective, he can leg press 10,000 pounds.
Okay.
He can bench press 1,000 pounds. This is before he put the mask on.
Was the suit on, right? Yeah.
And the fact that he's witty and cunning enough to defeat the whole. Talk to me. Vibe with me.
I'm with you.
The whole Justice League by himself numerous of times, and he left notes. If I get into a jam, all I got to do is look at my phone. Okay, he dies from this. He dies from that. He ain't even worth 2 cents. He's not worth 2 dead fly smash. Several times. Now, I'll give the fact that T'Challa has beat the Justice League, or excuse me, that beat the who's your team?
Avengers.
Yeah, he beat the Avengers a couple times. I give you that. I give you that.
Deadpool as well, but
Yeah. And that was a multi-universe. And then the fact that Black Panther did have that flower when Bruce Wayne just had his wits.
Listen, man, hey,
he had his wits.
there are many.
Bruce
powers
Wayne
that can come
thought
from
and he
flowers.
did. He thought and he did.
Listen,
Listen, in the Bible it says Proverbs 23:7, as a man thinks, so he is. Batman said, I'm gonna defeat all of y'all, and I'm gonna think about it. With preparation, he is unbeatable, based off of the comic books.
okay. Well, I seized that. And I also and that, now it's funny that you said it because you said it one time and I really wanted you to harp on it a little bit more just so I can make fun of it. Batman is known as the world's greatest what?
Detective.
So that means he's good at finding clues,
Absolutely.
and finding the bad guy or the
Yes.
murderer
Yes.
before the police.
Absolutely.
I highly doubt that.
What do you mean?
Because he has this man's Commissioner Gordon.
Yes.
So Commissioner Gordon is always going to debrief him. He's going to tell him the weaknesses and the things like that. I mean, that's fine. But he's known as the world's greatest
Detective.
That's,
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to know. Another thing that he has a couple villains of which they just keep they just seem to keep getting out of jail. You know what I'm saying? And I know I could talk about.
Is it a laughing matter?
I could talk about the laughing matter.
Is it a laughing
we
matter?
Can talk about Joker and how he consistently gets out of jail. He's always outsmarting Batman. It seems as though that the Joker puts Batman in his own traps, and Batman has to then find his way out of it. But let's talk about like another villain like Victor Zsasz, who is a full-blown serial killer.
Yes, you did.
Who has escaped Arkham multiple times.
All right.
Just to keep killing any and everybody that's near Bruce Wayne. You know why? Because he knows who Bruce Wayne is.
Yeah, so does everybody else.
But that's true. And that's another detriment to Batman's problem.
Is it?
He think that don't nobody know his identity. Black Panther, on the other hand, said, I'm the king. And I'm also Black Panther. You want to find me? You know where I'm at. If you want to see one, we ain't hiding in no caves.
Yeah, how did that work? How did that work out for him?
I mean, they came for him.
Yeah.
But he had enough.
What happened to the queen?
He had enough.
What happened to the queen?
Casualties of
after he gave the address and after he said, I'm T'Challa and you can find me anywhere. What happened?
What happened? We got one of the greatest
Everybody knows
performances from
from
Angela Bassett. That's what we got.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
My son and my husband are dead.
Yeah, and she'll soon join him.
And
she'll soon join him. And she did. But the fact of the matter is that Batman was confident enough to let everybody know who he was because of what he can do. He wanted to let you know I did this. He didn't want to be a mystery anymore. And you spoke about Commissioner Gordon. Who puts the light in the sky?
Commissioner Gordon.
Why is that?
Because there's danger afoot.
Exactly.
That means he can't do it.
Right.
He has to call for help.
Right. And the fact of the matter is that if he is the greatest detective, Gordon reports to him.
It's vice versa. I mean, it can go either way.
Can we get a card here? Can we get a Negro please card? Here? Can we get a Negro please card? I'm gonna call Negro please on that.
Catches bullets with his teeth.
Hey, Negro please.
Okay.
Yeah, Commissioner Gordon reports to Batman. This is why he is in charge of the Batlight. This is why he always has his job. This is why he's still commissioner. He could have been hired, but he chose not to because he was gonna jeopardize his main contact with Batman.
That's crazy. The main contact with
Batman,
contact. Right? The main Commissioner Gordon only relied and only relied on Batman and trusted Batman.
Absolutely.
Would you say that Commissioner Gordon trusted Batman with his family?
Yeah.
What happened to Barbara?
Yeah, she died.
Oh, yeah.
Who she died from? Who she died from?
The nigga that Batman just can't seem to keep putting away. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's one of when Black Panther catches you, you will be put away. And if I can't put you in prison, I'm going to take you to Wakanda, and you will not leave Africa. Because what happens when you escape the Wakandan prison? You still in Wakanda. Everybody on you, boy. Okay. And that's all I'm saying. I'm over here, man. But
so Black Panther is known for kidnapping people and bringing them back.
He's not known for that, but if he needs to, it's a safe haven.
Has he done it?
He's done it twice. If I'm not mistaken, he's captured Killmonger.
You know, it's not a lot of people.
He's captured Ulysses Claw.
You know,
did
he capture Ulysses Claw?
He had to kill him. Well,
did he catch him, or was it? Okay.
I mean,
all right.
But hey, it happened in Wakanda. They got to Wakanda first, and it happened.
Who got him to Wakanda?
I mean, that's besides the point.
That was his cousin. That was his cousin. That was his cousin. That wasn't him. That was his cousin.
But family,
be
your own detriment.
It do.
Your own family.
It do.
That be your detriment.
Yeah, my cousin owe me $20 to this day. Wait till I see him. I'm gonna give him an Alabama ass whooping when I see him. But go ahead.
But you from Chester.
Right, exactly. Which is gonna make it even worse.
Okay. All right.
Talk to me.
Cool.
Okay. So we established that.
Give me a nice forward or
listen. I'm gonna give you the main man.
Oh, you going for the main?
I'm gonna give you something nasty.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna give you something dark.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You gonna give me something dark and nasty?
I'm gonna give you. Hey, listen.
Whoa.
It's gonna be disrespectful. That's what it's gonna be.
Whoa.
I'm gonna give you a dark side.
Go ahead. Ooh.
I'm gonna give. Yeah.
You gonna go dark side?
I'm gonna give you dark side. First of all, dark side has an omega beam that funny enough, only one that dodged that was Batman. The only one that dodged an omega beam. He also, in his boredom, he created Apocalypse. Not the character, but the world.
The world Apocalypse.
The world Apocalypse. He created that in his youth. Now he reached such a pinnacle of power that the writers have to make sure that Superman is at his higher heights. Superman had to spend the night at the sun to beat to beat Darkseid.
Because he had to get his power.
Isn't how funny that he had to go to the light to beat Dark?
I mean,
that is crazy.
That is
crazy.
That is crazy.
The fact of the matter is that everybody that comes in encounter with Darkseid, the only person that can withstand his issues, to withstand his punishment, to withstand his abilities, is Batman.
Really?
You seen that?
The Man.
The Man. Ain't that funny? But I don't think nobody besides Batman is dealing with Darkseid. Superman couldn't even deal with Darkseid. Superman lost a few times.
You sure about that?
Yeah, because the last time that he beat Darkseid, he got help with Batman and his cousin.
He did have to have Batman help.
Batman and his cousin.
Isn't there another one where Superman had to get not only did he have to get the Justice League, but he also had to call like his alter ego Bizarro. Then he had to help.
He had to call all them folks.
Yeah.
To even have a conversation, because he couldn't beat him.
Yeah.
He still can't beat him.
Yeah.
And to the point where he sent Abomination to Superman
to kill Superman.
That was his creation.
Yeah. I mean, and he did succeed with that.
What happens is when Abomination knows you back and forth, the fight is longer. Yeah. Because now he knows that overhand right's coming.
Yeah.
He knows that I can only kill Lois once. I don't need to kill her again. Yeah. I can wake her up and kill her again, but you're not going to do nothing else about it because I done beat you down to a pulp. Your cape is hanging halfway off.
Darkseid is
nasty. He's disrespectful.
It's a very good
And that Omega Beam will follow you everywhere you go. It'll follow you like your worst dream. Yeah. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. That's great.
Talk to me. What you got for Darkseid?
Darkseid. On one hand, he is if he's not a entity, he's also like he's an Omega level. You would say he was like an Omega level bad guy in the DC world.
He's the guy.
But you know why I say and use the word Omega level, right? Do you know the only term that Omega level means? That means it's the final boss. That means it can't get no higher than that. It can't get no powerful than that. That means it's this and then nothing else. My choice for my big bad, for my person that will go up against Darkseid, was going to be the German engineer himself, Eric Lanscher.
Oh,
I'm going with Magneto.
Oh.
The
Metal Man.
You have lead in your body.
Yeah.
He could crush your body.
Yeah.
You have lead in buildings, in the beams.
Yeah.
So that means I could crush the world around you.
Okay.
Even in the earth itself, there's these things that they call plate tectonics or something like that, tectonic plates or something like that. You know he can control that, right? He can yank it out of the earth.
Yeah.
This man, Eric, this man, Magneto, this man has not only, he can crush you with the iron in your body, he can also pull it out of your body.
Absolutely.
While your body is still intact.
I heard the name.
He can remove it.
Yeah.
He also can eat worlds. He is known as also the eater of worlds. Not Galactus, but he's also known as the eater of worlds.
Yeah.
And you know what the problem with Magneto is?
He's soft.
No.
Soft.
He's not soft.
He is.
You know why he's not soft? He has compassion for only one person, and that person then makes him soft. But that person is also an Omega level mutant. So you mean to tell me the only person that can hold me back is my mans? Only person that can hold me back is my homie? So what happens if you were to kill my mans?
Yeah, I think with that Omega Beam, because that Omega Beam comes out of both eyes. So if Magneto and Charles is there, he
gonna take both.
Yeah, they're getting zapped.
You know the wildest part about that beam?
Talk to me.
Telekinesis from his homie, Professor X. Of course, he can redirect the beam anywhere he wants to. How about if he redirected it to, I don't know, like a big old plate, like a big metal plate, something iron casted, and that's levitated by Magneto. There are powers that Magneto hasn't even figured out just yet. So when we talk about big bad, we're talking about somebody who's still figuring out. He has to get beaten. He has to be put down into a ground. He has to be put under water levels. He has to have mountains of buildings and things on top of him just so he can go, I can still move this. I can still feel that. When it comes to Magneto is hands down the most powerful villain. And the reason why he's a villain is because he has the choice to be good. He knows there's good in people. He understands that. But the worst part about that is he don't give a fuck. I don't care. It's nice people in the world. It is some nice people in the world, and I get that. I appreciate that dinner that you made for me last night. I appreciate that breakfast. I appreciate y'all taking me in and taking care of me. But you don't know what's good for me. I know what's best for this world, and all of this hatred and all of this back and forth with these normies, these regulars.
Yeah.
If this world was ran by mutants the right way, that's the new world order, and that is something I could get behind. Can you stab me with one of them? Stab me with something. I want to levitate. I want to teleport. I would like to be one of those mutants. You get what I'm saying? Keep me in your world, Magneto. Because I know one damn thing's for sure. Darkseid is leaving nothing.
Yeah, because he can destroy he can destroy everything. And like you said, he is the final level. And you said that Magneto had to be beat to get a final level.
Well, yeah, he has to lose the battle.
He has to lose the battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, Darkseid didn't. Darkseid said, I can level up, I will. I'm going to let y'all believe that this is my final form. I'm going to let y'all believe that this is it. Not only that, I'm going to create a planet. Because y'all can't mess with me or my planet that I created.
I mean, listen, there was so okay. Well, it's
talk to me.
And I'm gonna do this because, like I said, we got one more. We got the last one, and y'all probably not gonna like my light and shining armor. But what I will tell you is when it comes to you were talking about with Darkseid.
Yes, sir.
The issue that Magneto has always had is anytime that I create a world, I create that world so good they want to destroy it. What happens every time Magneto tries to make a Genosha? What happens? Because that's the perfect world, right? That's the world with all mutants living in harmony. Yeah. And what would happen if you were to try to invade Genosha? You run into a bunch of mutants. You run into a lot of problems. Before you even get to that atmosphere, you got people surveilling. They have to kill it before it's in its full form. That's scary in itself. Darkseid's got to start from scratch, man. He got to start from scratch and then create little. Did you see the little minions? He make little hymns. Little ugly, little.
That's something I would do.
No,
that's something. Get him, little Terry. Get him.
Terry 1005.
There you go.
No,
get him right to the knees. I'm telling you.
I need a world that's gonna be diverse. Today's episode is brought to you by Hollis Haven, revolutionizing the truck driver's experience at every stop. Make sure you follow the website at hollishaven.com and follow on all social media platforms. And make sure you use that hashtag #SafeStopsAhead. Now, even though it is being ran by mostly mutants, that is the one entity or that one remaining factor in that world, but you can't get mad at that. I ain't mad. Darkseid.
I mean, Darkseid is running the planet with
he's much like the Wu-Tang Clan.
I mean, he's running the planet with just him and little hymns. He don't need no help. He is the help.
And then when he makes a little hymn, he's just as bad as him.
Come on now.
But if I'm not mistaken, when Darkseid when he mutates, it like a little bit of his power leaves him too.
His only power is the fact that he has the willpower to want more.
Yeah.
So he can get lost in wanting more. That's like if somebody's greedy. You know, you can regurgitate what you ate. Hey, I ate a chicken, I ate this, I ate that. I want more. No, you don't need more. Yeah, but I want more.
Yeah.
That's his problem. Yeah. That's his weakness.
Greed.
That's it.
Yeah. So if that's the case, Magneto's just gonna look at you and go, "What you want?"
He's just gonna die.
That's it.
Magneto's just gonna die. Yeah. He gonna give him a magnet and just fall out because he can't handle Darkseid.
Man, listen,
he needs some light.
Okay, so. For the villain, Magneto is gonna be my guy.
Gotcha.
So I gotta go with the ultimate, the Mr. Goody Two Shoes. My number one, Marvel hero is gonna be the everyman, the one himself. The name's so good, you gotta name the country after him, and that's gonna be Captain America. The reason why I have Captain America so high and highly regarded on my list is because it seems like Captain America. I want to even say he might have an edge over Spider-Man when it comes to every single facet that Captain America is put in. So when you talk about the comics, the Captain America comics are a little bit better because they are going to be a little bit more cultured towards America, and it's about the big fight. So you're going to have the president's going to be wanting to shop.
So it's not just about New York like Spider-Man.
Correct.
Right. Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. When it comes to villains, Captain America has villains, but literally only the Red Skull has only been his biggest adversary. Everything else, it's outworld. worldly. Like everybody that when it comes to when it's Captain America and they gotta call him, they gotta fight. It's because everybody in the world is not as good as Cap. So Cap he has to leave the Earth to go and do this stuff.
Yeah.
Now, granted, yes, he builds a team. He has the Avengers with him.
Sure.
I think that's just a very smart thing to do.
Yeah.
But the one thing that Captain America has over mostly all of your Marvel heroes is the one thing that can now resonate with my nostalgia and I've always been a big fan of the person that's the wisest. Wisdom. And the only way that you get that wisdom is through experience. Now, he was frozen for 70 plus years.
He been there for a while.
He ain't know, but when he got out of that ice, he had to imagine being somewhere where the only thing you know is that what you know, and then you're literally 50, 60, 70 years from now you have to learn and adapt to this world. Captain America's only leg that he's had is, I understand what this world is, but the morals and the values are still the same. I can learn whatever you want to teach me. I can learn whatever that is, but the morals and the values are still the same. And it is, I could do this all day. I'm always learning. I'm always adapting. Not to mention, I'm going to stand for what's good. And a lot of people have issues with Captain America being Mr. Goody Two-Shoes. But the question is, what's wrong with that? What's necessarily wrong with that? Other than being selfish, what is wrong with wanting the America to be better? Like to be better as a whole.
Make America great again.
I knew you was gonna go there.
That's
I
what
knew
you
you
wanna
was
do?
gonna go there. As I said, it's the hot take.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that because your version of Captain America to want America to be good and goody two shoes. That's also his weakness.
Yeah.
The people when he got shot by somebody that was close to him that he didn't even think about.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it got Hawk into a rage, and I'm going into my encyclopedia. He tore Robert. Excuse me, I'm sorry, Iron Man. He tore him out of his suit and ripped him in half and all of that stuff based off of him being a goody two shoes.
I mean, Civil War, like the comic book Civil War.
Yeah, that was
better than the
way
Civil War
better
movie.
Yeah,
but the movie still was great.
The movie was great. The movie was great.
But
The movie was great. But the movie was great.
I'm gonna keep saying that. But wait. Well, my bad. But before you give me,
talk to me.
Before you give me your hero,
Talk to
I know
me.
what you're saying.
Oh, yeah.
I do want to point out too
Yes.
that Captain America also has the better movie adaptations too. I would say Captain America's movies are better because Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I can't.
I put Winter Soldier over almost every Spider-Man movie.
That was nasty.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and then for them to do Civil War ain't nothing but Avengers 2.5.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't argue that.
They made it that.
I can't argue that.
And then when you talk about Civil War and that ending, did you know? And Cap had to tell his own homie. Yeah, I know. Now you gotta fight? Come on, you gotta fight your best friend.
Yeah.
And your best friend's reasoning for fighting you is well warranted. You did kill his daddy and his mama. Well, he didn't. His mans did. But you get what I'm saying? It's that conflict that goes with us as a in the human interaction.
Don't put me in that. Don't put me in that. Oh no. And that's the reason why this character, who's another anti-villain, anti-hero, this character speaks volume because he don't mind killing. He don't mind shedding blood. He will kill somebody to prove a point. And he will put people against each other, bad people, just to make sure that he's top dog. And he'll let everybody know he did it. I'll send you a note. And then in the meantime, while you're reading the note, I got you on my scope. My man is a Red Hood.
I knew
Jason
you.
Todd. Jason Todd.
That is a great pick.
Listen.
That is a great pick.
Listen, Jason Todd has been taught by Batman, who's been taught by the League of Shadows, who's been taught by Alfred in some comic books, who's been taught by the streets of Gotham City. The fact that Jason Todd does not mind spilling blood puts him a part of a lot of people. Batman still to this day has a moral compass that he won't kill because that one murder will get to another murder and blah, blah. That's fine. That's fine. But Jason Todd will shoot you and tell you why he shot you after he shot you.
But you're going to be dead, so you're not going to listen.
Exactly my point. That's how bad that man is. And the fact of the matter is, I mean, he's good in hand-to-hand combat. He's good at weaponry. You know what I mean? He's been brought back to life. He stood the test. He didn't stand. He didn't stand the test of time.
I'm glad you said that.
Unfortunately, the fact that he got beaten to death by a crowbar,
Yeah.
the fact that he got blew up,
Yep.
the fact that Ra's al Ghul felt so bad of what he did or what he felt as though he didn't do, he had to put him in a cesspool. And what did Jason Todd do? How did he react? I'm gonna jump out the cesspool. I'm gonna find my own way.
Look, man.
Talk to me.
Look, man.
Talk to me.
It's something about I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's something about getting your ass whooped.
Yeah.
That definitely gives you that lesson. That's going to definitely teach you a couple of things.
We just got ass whooping early.
But you know what? Yeah, we did. You know what I'm saying? But but the thing about that ass whooping is that it brings out the monster. It brings out the beast. It brings out a different
you better talk about
thinking process. The reason why Jason Todd is probably my favorite Robin, he's up there. He's one of my favorite Robins. I do have a reason why my other one is because hey, when it's passed down, it's passed down. You got no choice. But he had a choice. He had an outing. He said, "Cool, I'm Robin. Yeah, I'm Robin." But he had to get his ass whooped, and then he denounced the Robin throne.
Sure did.
You know why he had to denounce the Robin throne? Because if in order for you to be a Robin, you have to go by the moral compass of Batman. You can't kill. And for that is disloyalty. That is you being disloyal. No. You're being dishonorable.
Right.
And I get it. Your man's left you out there. He left you for dead.
Yeah.
But what does that say to the person who left you there? Did you think he left you there on purpose? He was tricked. Batman didn't know where you was.
Yeah.
He ain't know. And last time I checked, you went. Jason Todd went on his own fruition because he thought he knew where the Joker was when it was just a trap.
Yeah.
Joker had that trap, and he beat the ever-living dog shit out of Jason Todd.
He did.
And me personally, the reason why Cap is on my list, he can take an ass whooping, right? He go ahead and take that ass whooping, and then you know what he tell you? I can do this all day.
Yeah.
Jason Todd he got beat into 1 inch of his life.
He did.
And Joker took it 1 foot further.
Yeah.
Killed that man.
He did.
And then took his jersey, took his uniform, and sent it to Batman. The disrespect.
Absolutely.
And yet this nigga Batman keep letting this nigga free. You out your mind. Your team is flawed. You won't have Batman and his mans in there?
If you want to tell the story, tell the whole story. After he got his ass whooped, after he got killed, what happened? There was a new person that arrived. You said it yourself. If you get an ass whooping, that turns you into a monster.
Yeah.
Now, Jason Todd was an absolute monster to the point where all the gangs that was in Gotham was under his thumb. Under his thumb. So not only, because Batman never gets paid for what he does.
No.
Captain America never got paid for what he did, even though he saved the free world. Even though he don't get nothing because that was in 1942. He slept half the way.
That's old money. That's that count inflation.
Please, he's not. You can count this loss. That Captain America is a big sucker with red boots. The fact of the matter is that Jason Todd made sure he made it his way by getting paid. Turning everybody that's wrong away, and some people even quit the mob.
Yeah, it sounds nice, but you do know that the Red Hood, right, which is the name that Jason Todd.
I know you're going. Go ahead.
Right?
Go ahead. I got you.
The Red Hood.
Yes, sir.
Was he the first?
No,
Red
he wasn't.
Hood?
No, he wasn't.
Not?
Nope.
Who was the first Red Hood?
The clown.
The nigga that beat his ass. So you mean to tell me I'm going to get my ass whooped and then rename myself by the nigga that whooped?
I'm going to do it better. I'm going to do it better.
Get out my face. Tap all day.
Because at the end of the day, Red Hood was just telling jokes. And unfortunately, he got caught up in his cape and fell into that acid, which made him the man who he is now. That Red Hood gave him an opportunity, but even Joker said to himself, oh, man, you did your thing. Of course I wear it better, and I did a classier look, but you did better. You don't mind spilling blood. So he admired the fact that he came back to get him. And did it better. Did it better.
That's fine.
Yes, sir.
That's fine and all that. But I ain't gonna hold you. That's not a bad fight. But we talking about a hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
Cap.
Well, I mean, you talk about hand-to-hand combats, but Red Hood is reaching. Cat got the shield. That's fine. He can dodge the shield. But listen, Red Hood is reaching.
Actual fisticuffs.
He ain't going without no guns.
Listen, Cap.
That's his artillery.
That's the problem.
That's his artillery.
You take his guns away, what happened?
You got to take them. You got to take them.
Where in the movie, Cap was saying, hey, Iron Man, hey, Tony, I hear you talking all that rough shit. Take off the suit. You just a man out that suit. What's up? I still got these hands for you. I still got these hands for you.
What a lazy man's fight. Listen, if you were supposed to be Captain America, you Captain America all day. Fight him at his peak. His peak is a suit. He know he can't fight without the suit now. In the comics, Captain America did teach.
Yes.
Tony Stark how to fight. I get that.
Say that one more time.
Tony Stark was taught by Captain America, Steve Rogers, how to fight.
And who the Red Hood learned how to fight from?
Batman.
Didn't work because he got his ass whooped.
Yeah, but then after that, you keep moonwalking. You keep backpedaling. You gonna keep backpedaling.
Call me the moonwalker from Michael Jackson. You can call me the Billy Ocean backslide. But let's talk about how your man got his ass whooped.
Yeah, and he came back better than ever.
Better than ever. That whooped his ass.
Hey man, he came back better than ever. Had a head in a bag. Hey, check that out, y'all. See what's in there.
Now,
that's the underboss. I took him out.
Now, if we talk about Jason Todd as the Red Hood,
he's vicious.
I'm not mad at
He's
you.
vicious.
And I love him as the anti-hero.
He's vicious.
The hand-to-hand combat, okay, we'll take that. Well, let me tell you something. He's one of the best dual-weld guns akimbo.
Listen, man.
Listen. And if he pull both of them out, you ever see? So Deadshot was nice. Deadshot is also
he's a marksman.
He don't miss, right?
He don't.
Bullseye is a Marvel guy. He don't miss.
He don't miss.
But most of the time they're using one.
Yeah.
They're using one.
Yeah.
Red Hood's not missing.
Yeah, he's coming. He's
with
coming
both.
out. Yeah, he's coming.
He shot over here, knowing it was going bing, bing, ping, ting, ting over here.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
Red Hood is that nice, but you know what? Now bullets hurt.
Yeah.
But do you know what hurts worse? Blunt force trauma from an adamantium shield. It doesn't even follow the laws of physics.
Yeah.
So I mean, if we go about it, shit. Let's keep it all the way tall. The 5 that I chose and the 5 that you chose, I would love to see him in an arena.
I would love it.
You know what? Out there in the comment section, I think y'all should give us your top 5. It can be Marvel or DC and put it up against our 5. You can take your DC and put it up against his DC 5 or my Marvel 5. You can put up your Marvel 5 and put it up against my Marvel 5 or his DC 5. But it does not matter because in that comment section, I just need to know who y'all got in there as y'all 5 favorite villains. Now, before we get out of here, we gotta do one. We gotta do one more of these things because let me tell you something. I had fun and it was very easy for me. It was very easy the last time. You know what I'm saying?
It sure was.
I want to see what happens here.
Some may say the fight was fixed.
Now, in this entity, we definitely have a new segment going on right now where because of the fact that we just definitely gave a lot of nerd talk. We gave that black nerd talk. So I think. Why not have some trivia in here? You know what I'm saying? So instead of figuring out why do I know or why do you know, let's just ask.
Who knows? Who knows?
So I believe again today is going to come from your side because we do have that envelope now in this who knows segment. These questions are going to be submitted by you as the fans and also people who are the people upstairs and stuff like that. They want to see if they can stump us as well. But in the section, please give us some questions in the YouTube channel or if you're following us on the Instagram page, please throw in the questions and then throw a big hashtag on there. Who knew? Who knows? For T-Reid and show. But T-Reid, I think we got somebody, we need the hand.
The hand of justice.
The hand of justice. Ooh, the hand of vigilance.
Wait a minute. Almost dropped the ball.
Just dropped all in there. All in your mat.
Listen, man, maybe a check this time.
Make sure it's a check this time.
Let's see.
Because they didn't give me mine last time. No, it ain't a check. All right.
Let's see.
But yeah, just to let you guys know that all these questions are submitted from you as the fans. We do not know these questions, so it is up to us to figure out this answer right then and there. If we don't have the answer right here and now, we're going to throw it into the comment section. T-Reid, what's the question, sir?
Absolutely. The question is, what was Hustle Man's special sauce made with? Can I do the honors?
I believe, as long as you know it,
Pork and bean juice.
That was pork and bean juice.
Pork and bean juice.
You know what I'm saying? He made that with his own spices.
Made that with my own spices with the birds, B.
Now, I remember it was free range chicken, right?
It was free range chicken.
And
it was 3 of them on the stick.
It was 3 of them on the stick. Now, the reason why it was called free range chicken is because for me it was free. But for you, it's going to be a range between $5 and $20. You know what I'm saying? Listen, look.
And that's what it is, Chief.
Shout out to Tracy Morgan, man.
Shout out to Tracy Morgan, man.
And listen, shout out if y'all watched that Black Sitcoms episode. We definitely had a ball watching that episode. And if y'all haven't watched that episode, make sure you watch that episode. And we appreciate y'all for watching us. And if y'all liking this energy that we have between the two of us, T-Reid, where can they find you on Instagram?
They can find me T-Reid the King, the real T-Reid the King, on Instagram and all social media platforms. It is me. You say something, I'll comment back. But watch your mouth.
Yeah, listen. And y'all can also find me, Shotime SP, on all social media platforms. That's going to be your Twitter, your Instagram, and of course, it's going to be in your baby mama's house as well. But there's no W's in my name. That's SHOTIMESP. No W's because I get those in real life. Now, last but not least, that call out is if y'all got any questions for the Who Knows, throw that in the comments section. If y'all have a pick for your top 5 or your starting 5 for your Marvel or DC, or if you really want to do it, put them both in there. See if you can combine them. And don't use Superman because that is the cheat. It really ain't going to matter who you got in your 5 because at the end of the day,
I call it how I see it.